You know, every time you reach a new level, a new phase, a new stage of your becoming, your interests, your hobbies, your likes, the places you frequent, did I say your hobbies? Even some of your favorite food will change, evolve. I like the word evolve. Because your becoming is your evolution. Mental, spiritual, physical, emotional evolution. Every time you reach this new initiation, every time you pass the initiations where as you evolve and accumulate all these lessons, there are wisdom in lessons if you learn from them. When you accumulate all this wisdom, okay, here we go. Yeah, here it is. When you accumulate all this wisdom, you will be tested. You will be tested not only on how you use the wisdom, how you use your gifts and abilities before you are granted access to the next level, before you are granted to an upgrade to your gifts and abilities. You will be tested. And also, too, there is a responsibility with sharing that wisdom. Western society gatekeeps knowledge. Just look at universities and all the tuition you got to pay for. When you make that, when you share your story, okay. When you share your story, you expressing yourself, your gifts and abilities are communal property. Your gifts and abilities are communal property. You do not own them. They are gifted to you. They are individualized to you. But they are meant to be shared. And what a beautiful homecoming. What a beautiful cycle, process. What a beautiful full circle it is for you to express yourself authentically. Sharing yourself, your story, your gifts, your talents and abilities. There is an exchange. When you give, you also receive. When you give your parts of yourself to little eyes looking up to you. Okay. When you, yes, when you give to others, especially those that need it, that need the guidance, that need the, okay. there is that sense of I wish I spoke my language fluently. To translate a lot of this in the colonial language is difficult because it's so sacred, so it holds a lot of like sacredness. I can hear it in my mother tongue, in my like elders language, but to translate it, because I don't speak my language fluently, when you give, there is that exchange, and you receive that sense of fulfillment. That sense of fulfillment, that sense of purpose, belonging, community. How beautiful. So we just had the eclipse, not only the eclipse, but we had the eclipse. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just had salmon supper. That was so yummy. We just had the eclipse, the new moon, and the equinox. So like the solstice. That was a powerful portal. That was a powerful surge of energy that we had rained down upon us. Yeah, the last 2 weeks were crazy. They're very powerful. I have never cried and purged and slept so much. Like, I would have 4-hour naps after 5 p.m. and then I was like, damn it, I ain't gonna sleep tonight. But then, like, before midnight, I pass out again and I'm up in the morning like, wow, we feel great. The times that we're living in is very historical. Remember, the times that we're living now we have never been here before. Planetary, like this planet, we have never been at this point before. Energetically, spiritually, can I say that? I don't know. That didn't feel right saying. Kinda. See, in the English language, colonial language, that doesn't make sense. When I'm translating. But yeah, we've never been at this point energetically, and it's such a powerful historical time period we're in right now. Now is a perfect time to try new things. You're not the same. And if you are, I definitely don't feel the same. I feel like I leveled up. It feels very empowering being in the position I'm in right now. Like the clarity, my sense of purpose and meaning. It feels so nice having it so clear. But I'm here because I've done the work for years, for a long time. And what's so auspicious about this time right now, auspicious meaning there's a lot of potential for success. What's so auspicious of the times we're in right now is we're getting a lot of these surges of energy, these boosts, these power boosts, these little pockets and windows of so you can, if you have the bandwidth, the capacity to hold space for yourself, to self-reflect and do the inner work, you can You can leap, make bounds and leaps in your healing journey. Look at my flowers I recently got. These are my favorite flowers. Every time I see them, I get so happy. Continue doing your inner work. Continue cleansing, detoxing your physical body, because your nervous system, your nervous system, your emotional body, your physical body, your emotional state, your physical, your health state will let you know what and where you need healing. And you won't know what to heal unless you've been triggered. So when someone pisses you off, when someone says or does something to get under your skin, that's a window. That's the window. Do not shove everything, suppress. Are those the same thing? Don't suppress, repress, suppress. I think they're the same thing. Don't shove what you're feeling away. Don't sit with it. We're human beings. We're here for the human experience, to evolve. Pay attention when something pisses you off or makes you sad or makes you feel a low vibration. And a low vibration is anything from anger, sadness, grief, shame, guilt. Sorrow is healing. No, it's releasing. But it's still too much sorrow. Staying stuck in sadness is too much of a low vibration, and you can get stuck in there. If you're chronically stuck in a low vibration, then you need some divine intervention, all right? Pray to your ancestors. If you don't believe in the God, you have ancestors. People that born you generations before you. So powerful. Your ancestors. Animals. Hug a tree. Talk to your plants. I wish I had a fish tank. Staring at fishes are so relaxing. I'm very excited for this next chapter because of the clarity I'm in right now. My beacon of light, ding, 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 the signals I'm sending out to the universe. Before, when I was like not sure what I want to do, I had an idea but not sure how to go about it. Like, this is where I want to get to, but I'm over here, and I'm like, how do I get over there? But now it's like, or like this, and then it's the path is so clear for me right now that my beacon of light, my signal that I'm emitting out to the universe, to people that that can help me, and that there's an exchange where we can all help each other, your soul tribe, your community. They'll hear, because it's so clear what you're asking for. Wow. Okay. Because it's so clear in here and here. That integration, wow, that integration word is very, very present. Because that connection with your heart, your passion, your soul, your spirit is very in tune, aligned, on the same frequency, on the same station as your purpose, where you want to go, your direction, that signal you are now at, I am now emitting, it's no longer static. So it's like, it's like ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. It's like calling all warrior spirits, calling all Heyokas, calling all empaths, calling all two-spirit warrior empaths, calling all my soul tribe, my peeps. We got projects, we got a purpose, and we're gonna fulfill it in this motherfucking timeline, in this lifetime. I'm so excited. Ooh, I feel so deadly. You know? Continue taking one step every day. Some days you'll run a fucking marathon. Other days it might be a week and you've only taken one step. And that is where, if that is where you're at, that's where you're meant, like that is exactly where you're meant to be. You know, there's periods of rest, periods of charge, let's do this, we know what we're doing, let's do this, score. Dan. Do it, Dan. Do it, Dan. Do it, Dan. Was that another uncle coming in or another cousin? Do it, Dan. Do it, Dan. I am excited, and I hope you're excited. I hope and pray that you find your purpose, you find your path that feels right and true to you. Because being here feels so powerful, empowering, inspirational. We're out here, you know? We're out here. We're here. If you haven't found us yet, you know, you're on your way. You're well on your way. If you haven't found your people yet, your solitude. Wow, 18 minutes. Your solitude is also a very important stage of your integration process, of your becoming. Your solitude is very important as you integrate all your wisdom and knowledge into a ball of energy that you can soak up so that you radiate. Yes, your solitude is very important. If you ever feel like you're behind, if you ever feel like everyone else is doing great at their thing, but you're like you're behind, and you feel like you're left behind, no. Your solitude is important because you are being prepared. Your ancestors are working on you while you sleep, while you meditate, while you pray, while you're sitting in the forest. The universe, creator, ancestors, your spirit guides, they're all preparing you. While you're in your hermit mode, your hermit phase, your solitude, there is divine purpose in that too, because the world around you may not be ready for you. So maybe you're not quite ready to share yourself with the world. This is if you feel like you're behind and like you can't quite fit everywhere and anywhere where like you feel like you're not being celebrated or supported or like uplifted. It's because people need to be prepared. People need to be prepared to be able to receive what you have to offer. So while they're being prepared, you're also being prepared, just in solitude. You're being protected in your solitude. Because if you're trying to give and they're not absorbing and appreciating or respecting what you have to offer, that rejection and denial can discourage you, and that discouragement, no, come back. So that discouragement can lead you off your path where you're going, because you feel rejected and denied, unloved, unsupported. So you start like leaving when really it's just too soon, and like they're not ready for you, but you have that passion, like okay. So like when you're alone in your solitude, you're being protected while you're being prepared, and everyone else, the world, is being prepared to be able to receive you with respect, with reverence, with appreciation, so that they can understand what is it you're offering. Wow. Yes. Wow. Yes. Everything is going to change if you don't feel like that change is here, and if you don't feel it, it's coming. You're not left behind. You're not forgotten. Don't worry. There are just others that have done the work for a very long time that are there now. They're holding the line, like in my previous videos, they're holding the line. And then, when we get tired and we need the next wave to come in, we can take a break and take a step back. Okay. Now we can go back into our solitude, while the ones that were in solitude have arrived. They can do the work. And so it keeps wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that like a wave coming, and there's like all the shade, all the darkness, all the shadows, the demons, shadows, whatever you want to like resonates with anything dark. There's like that spiritual warfare, that war like with light and dark. So as people are awakening to their purpose, their gifts, their talents and abilities, like we get tired. Just like your ancestors, you have lots of ancestors protecting you. And because they get tired too, when they need a break, new ancestors and new spirit guides come in and protect you, because you're sacred, you're loved, you are being supported. But they need to rotate, because they do get tired too. Or they're helping like your other cousins and stuff, or like your other family, so what I'm seeing is that wave, that and like we're like with the more people awakening to their purpose, to the things that light them up, and following their authentic path. It's okay if you don't feel authentic, because staying true to yourself in a world that doesn't support that, in a world, in a system, in a society that favors conformity, that favors everyone being the same, It is hard. It is hard to stand in your truth. In your sense, it's hard to want to get to know yourself when everyone is rejecting, when everyone is taught to reject individuality. So it's okay if you don't know how to be authentic, you know? It's okay if you're still learning. This is such a powerful time. Those last 2 weeks, whew, that was needed. We needed to shake everyone up, to make everyone feel uncomfortable. We needed earthquakes, well, energetic earthquakes, so that things break inside of you that are like, oh, that was actually cheap and not valuable. Because anything valuable and solid, anything valuable will still stay intact. So anything else that's fallen or crumbled or shattered within you, you know, like, oh, you didn't need that. It's time to let that go. Time to make room for new habits, new routines, new thought processes, new ways of thinking, new ways of being, because you're no longer the same person. We don't want you to be the same person. Evolution doesn't stop. You get breaks. Rest periods are important, like winter. You know, we have 4 seasons, well, depending where you live. But we have the 4 seasons. You know, winter is like a quieter time, where we're all indoors. We're inside. Indoors. Excuse me. Oh, I love salmon. That was really good. That was so yummy. Be proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself and be brave. Be brave. You got badass ancestors that went through worse shit, you know? You're doing very well. You're doing very good. There's a lot of people doing very good that are being brave right now. And if you're afraid, ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Ask yourself questions. My favorite thing when I'm back home is sitting in the teepee with the fire, because I talk to the fire. I really resonate with the fire spirit. Water is spirit too. Sit by the river. Sit in the rain. Trees have spirit. Plants have spirit. Talk to the plants. Talk to the sky, the clouds, to the sunset, to the bird that just landed beside you. Wow, almost half an hour. Damn. Yes, we're doing very well. Be proud of yourself, okay? I love you guys. And be brave. Like, you're doing very well. Okay? Love you.